charge, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8-6 the score after one. Seam inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, 52 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Well, what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved. And certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's Jones, throwing on 4th down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 36. Mahomes, now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jones throwing for it. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football. So,
and my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jones now to throw on third down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drive.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On first down, Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A final shot before break. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Cooper on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. muster a yard here to the 38. Yard line, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Shifts by him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on a jet sweep.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Touchdown, Giants! John Ross. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The ball comes out. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's complete left side to Shepard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes
rolling to his right.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long.
Now Jones. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw it.
They complete it to Hill.
And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Mahomes.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the